1. You don't educate yourself. The richest people of the world are avid readers. Whether we're talking about Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and so on. Everyone puts great emphasis on this side of life. In addition to the instinctive side of the native businessman, they also focus on reading. The best example I like to repeat indefinitely, it's Warren Buffett, who now, at over 90, studies over 6 hours a day. A survey was conducted among the CEOs of the best companies in the world, and it was revealed that they read an average of over 50 books a year. Success and wealth are not events of fate. When I decided to call the YouTube channel Dreams Come True, the only intention was to motivate you to read and follow your dreams, because that's where it all starts. You can't read non-stop about success and not take any action in that direction, only if you have a certain disability. When you listen to the stories of simple but persistent people, how they managed to build empires, you can't help but think, what would I be like if I did my best every day? It has been shown that the average person reads less than 3 books a year. And remember, this study was done in the States. If you were to apply it to less developed countries, you will notice that the rate is even more worrying. Maybe the new generation has a new appetite for learning. I can tell you honestly, none of my colleagues from my generation used to read. This habit seemed silly to them. Not to mention relatives and parents, where the rate goes almost to zero. After finishing their studies, they did not read any books. So by logic, you can't get rich without being a passionate reader. You can insult me, and find all sorts of uneducated people who may have succeeded. But those are the exceptions. We are not so special and lucky. You are not the exception. 2. You have mental blocks. When I was in my old entourage, I always heard the same phrase. I don't need money, I can have fun without them. Or, religion says money is not desirable. So, I don't need fortunes to corrupt my soul. First of all, you will notice that those who say they do not need wealth, actually work for money. So, they are hypocrites. If they didn't want money, they would be isolated somewhere in the mountains, and they would start living like thousands of years ago. And for those people I have only respect, because they do what they preach. But when I hear others, that they do not allow themselves to be corrupted by money, and that they do not need them, because they are the root of all evil, I feel like laughing. If money are the root of all evil, why do you still work for them? Do you somehow befriend with the devil? Or are you so ignorant that you talk one thing, and you do another? And 2. Those who say they don't need wealth, because they want to be like Marcus Aurelius, or Gandhi, they can't make money. Everyone thinks that making a fortune, it's a piece of cake. Well, I don't need fortunes, because I have other principles, or there are other more important things in life. When in fact the reality is different, they cannot make fortunes. If it were that easy, we would all be rich and prosperous. Making a fortune is a complex thing, and not everyone can do it. Those who say they don't want money, you will notice that in fact they cannot do them. And in your everyday life, there is someone to tell you how you should manage your business, because everyone knows nowadays how to do business. And when you look at their status, you will notice that they are employed, not rich. There is only one category of people who really deserve to be respected from this point of view, those who manage to make fortunes through hard work, and voluntarily give them up. Marcus Aurelius was first, the most prosperous emperor of Rome, after which he decided that living a simple life is more meaningful to him. But he had all the riches of the world at his feet. Someone who doesn't know what entrepreneurship and sacrifice mean can easily reject the making of wealth, but those who understand it, you will notice that they will seldom say this. There are hundreds and hundreds of mental blocks that need to be removed from your mind. All the excuses, all the obstacles, you have to overcome them in order to be able to start your path to prosperity. It all starts within yourself, and most of us have such mental blocks, just because we were not born into rich families. But this is not an excuse not to change. 3. You don't save. I know that you always see on social media that wealth must be attracted by force of mind, and by visualization. But this step, without a concrete plan, is zero. If you don't know how to save, you will never attract wealth. Remember, don't save money, only because that's how wealth is made. It's wrong. Wealth is made when you put that money saved to work for you while you sleep. A family that always had good wages, and applied this principle of simplicity. They never exaggerated, and always collected every penny. They always looked at the products with the lowest price. They saved everything they could. And since they know each other, they've never been to a restaurant. So a pretty aggressive saving tactic. The problem was that having no financial education, that money set aside depreciated. Money has no value if it doesn't work for you, and for this reason, at every few years, with that money, they would buy a new car for the family. Good salaries, massive savings, new car, and that's their life. And I am convinced that many resonate with this story. 4. You don't know how to invest. The capital saved must be invested, otherwise it has no value. This was the problem of this family, because they didn't know how to invest, and you probably face this problem too. The investment style will make the difference between you and the common people. That's why your focus must always be here. It's the most important area. Warren Buffett is an investor, so is Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and the list goes on and on. The rich invest, the poor don't. That's why I put so much passion into my YouTube channel, because I know what it means, not knowing solutions on how to make money while you sleep. Because I've seen this all my life around me. If they managed to invest in the stock market, or in other directions with those savings, now they would have been probably millionaires. But unfortunately, the reality is different. The 3 areas in which you can invest are business, real estate, and the stock market. Everything that is similar falls into these 3 categories. For example, investing in crypto will be associated with the stock market. These 3 are the only ways you can make money while sleeping. These are methods to put money to work for you. I don't know how you are, but I work hard for my money, and I really want them to do the same for me. So from now on, you know the sections to which you have to go to when you have to enter a bookstore, entrepreneurship, stock market, real estate. You can think of me, that I'm desperate for money, and whatever you want. But what I can tell you, from the bottom of my heart, is that I was both poor and rich. And even if wealth does not necessarily come with dignity, be sure that poverty is definitely worse. If you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments section below. Make sure to like and subscribe, if you haven't already done so. Until next time, good luck.